One of the most iconic scenes in the prequel trilogy is in Episode 3 when Palpatine essentially appoints Anakin to the Jedi Council, and we get the exchange between Mace and Anakin, where Mace says Anakin is on the Council but not a Master, and Anakin claims it's outrageous and unfair. But does this happen to anyone else in Star Wars? Actually, yes. Today we're going to take a look at another example of a Jedi Knight being given a seat on the Jedi Council and not being granted the rank of Master, and they were a lot more mature about it. In the New Jedi Order series, one of the major plot points related to the Jedi is the creation of a new Jedi Council. Some guy named Luke Skywalker was petitioning the government of the New Republic to allow its creation. Technically, he could have done it unilaterally, it was his own organization, but he decided that getting the Republic on board would be best for the long term. Eventually, Cal Omas, a Jedi ally, is elected Chief of State in Destiny's Way, one of the novels of the NJO series, set a few years into the war where he's running on a pro-Jedi platform, and Luke is given the go-ahead to create the Council. The Jedi Order was in a fractious place during the Vong War, with another master, Kip Durin, pushing for a more active role in the war against the Yuuzhan Vong for the Jedi than what Luke was pursuing. Despite the contention, Luke takes a big tent approach to the formation of the new Jedi Council, hoping to represent a broad picture of the Order. In order to ensure the New Republic's ascent to its creation, the initial makeup of this new Jedi Council was actually half Jedi and half government representatives, 6 and 6 of each, even though it seems like if it were not the case that the Jedi chosen by Luke and the reasons for choosing them would have been any different. Luke, in addition to himself, appointed the Jedi Masters Priscilla Lobi, Kenth Hamner, Kip Durin, and Silgal to the Council. This left several other Jedi Masters who were technically active at the time off of the Council, including important figures like Kyle Katarn and Corran Horn. This left a 6th slot open on the Council for a Jedi. Rather than choosing another of these Masters, Luke explicitly wanted Jedi Knight representation on the Council, and for this role he chose a Jedi Knight named Sabba Sebatine. Sebatine, a Barabel, was actually relatively new to the Order as a whole. She'd been trained outside of Luke's Order by a Jedi Master, Elisa, separated from the Order itself before joining during the Yuuzhan Vong War. She quickly became one of Luke's most loyal supporters, and after the near destruction of her homeworld and her species by the Yuuzhan Vong, she reached a level of attunement with life and the Force nearly unmatched within the Order. Despite being just a Jedi Knight, Sabba was always, within the Council, viewed as an equal by the other members, rather than being seen as a junior partner because of her status as a Knight. Although she was more often away from the Council meetings, taking an active role in the war, leaving Luke to vote for her by proxy, since all the members were able to assign their vote to someone else if they were not able to be present. They didn't have any of those cool hollow chairs that we see in the prequels. It's worth noting that the creation of Luke's Council in Destiny's Way was released in October of 2002, when Attack of the Clones only came out a few months beforehand, in May. So it's possible the story was largely written before, considering the New Jedi Order was a multi-year project, largely planned out in advance and without the benefit of knowing what was going to happen in future prequel materials. So part of this strange move to put a Knight on the Council could easily have just come from a far less complete understanding of how the Jedi Council and Order would come to work later on in prequel media getting released. I've always thought this was a kind of cool emergent property of how NJO was written, since part of what Luke is doing over the post-Endor period of the expanded universe is kind of figuring out how the Jedi Order operated in-universe, while we're also figuring out how it operated out-of-universe, so George Lucas is still kind of putting his own plans in place, and a lot of the authors didn't really know what that would come to look like. After the war, Sabba was granted a seat on the newly reformed Masters Council, and had attained the rank of Master herself. This new council had given up the political representation of the previous iteration, and like the old Jedi Council, no longer had a representation of the Knights. I did a video a while ago about the initial High Council makeup, and I'd like to kind of redo that one as well as do another one soonish about the makeup of the original Masters Council that came in here. That's going to do it for now though. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, consider leaving a like, subscribing, or turning on notifications for more. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.